Modern women are panicking over the rise of Bachelor men in 2026.
Why are all the girlies in the same boat right now? From my last post about where are the girls finding boyfriends nowadays, can we debrief how literally every single girl had the same comment? They're like, I don't know, I'm trying, no luck, blah, 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 blah. Like, why are we all in the same boat? Why are 50% of the comments saying Facebook dating? Are people really using Facebook dating? No thanks, not for me. And then just recently the video started gaining attraction from the men, and they're like, yeah, we can't find girls either. We were told don't talk to the girls, so you have to come up to us first. Like, huh? And I think I should clarify that it's not that I can't find a man. We can't find men, because we can. They're everywhere. It's just we can't find the right men. The right men that we are looking for, that we have preference in. So maybe I should rephrase my question into, where are all the good men who have potential at? Where do I find them?
Complaining that men won't approach is rich, coming from the generation that labeled every unsolicited greeting as harassment. Potential is just a polite code word for a man she can control and mold into an accessory. Good men are everywhere, but they have standards that filter out women who view relationships as a Build-A-Bear workshop.
No offense to men, but it gets to a point where it's like, baby, you are too fine to be afraid to talk to women. I'm laughing because it's actually like funny, but it's not funny. Like, I recognize that it's probably really difficult for some men to talk to girls because, like, I don't know, women are scary because we're so hot. But like, you actually are hot too. And if you're hot, why are you afraid to talk to women? Do you think a girl's gonna come up to you first and be like, you're so hot? And sometimes that happens. Like, some of us are bold in that way and we're okay with approaching a man, but some of us want to be approached and you're fine as freak and you're afraid to approach her. Like, what do you think's gonna happen, baby? You're gonna end up missing out on a bad bitch because you want to be scary. Mind you, you're fine as fuck. Like, pick it up. Pick up your whole feelings. Like, get it together. I don't know. Men be weird. Like, you actually are too fine to be scared of women. Like, I don't know. No excuses. You have no excuse.
Being handsome doesn't grant immunity from a harassment accusation or a viral shaming video for merely saying hello. Men aren't avoiding the approach because they're intimidated by beauty. They're calculating the risk of a destroyed reputation versus the reward of her attention. High-value men have options that don't involve navigating a minefield of entitlement just to meet a stranger.
The only thing you need to do is move to San Francisco. You don't have to do anything else after that. I was there this weekend. Every single man was hot and tall and successful. There were no other types of men. Every single solitary one, and there were thousands of them, and there were no women. I've never seen anything like it. I don't totally understand why it's like that, but that's where you find a husband, I guess, so you're welcome. And in fact, I was so confused that I asked some of the men about it, and I was like, how's dating here? And almost every single one was like, I really want a girlfriend, but it's really hard to find single women here. Is this true? Like, does anyone live there, and can you verify this?
Geography can't fix a personality defect. Watch those successful men in San Francisco are analytical by nature and can spot a walking liability the moment she steps off the plane. They remain single not out of desperation, but because they've calculated the ROI of dealing with this level of entitlement and decided the math doesn't work.
So a guy, he was showing interest the whole night, and he bought me a drink. I was like, okay, cool. Never said anything. Why do guys do this? Why y'all buy a drink? Why y'all show interest and then don't say anything? Don't ask for the number. What does that mean?
Buying a drink is often just a low-cost screening fee, not a binding contract for a relationship. He likely spent that 10 minutes auditing the conversation, realized the personality didn't match the visual, and decided to cut his losses before the night got expensive. That silence wasn't confusion. It was a firm decision to void the transaction.
I don't understand why guys have Hinge when, like, their intention is to, like, never actually text you or reply to anything you say. They'll send you a like, you'll say something to them because you're trying to start the conversation, which I thought guys liked girls that try.
For initiative, yeah.
And then they don't reply. And then they're just sitting in your inbox forever. And it's like, you're just cluttering up my messages. Like, I have to unmatch you now.
I honestly feel like guys are just on there to, like, window shop, and like, that's not why girls are on there.
Yeah, because girls always have like the right intention, and then guys just don't. Like,
get off it. It's literally a dating app. Like, people that are on there are like trying to be serious, and y'all are wasting our time.
Literally, I truly think it's window shopping, and the fact that they're just like waiting for the next best thing. It's like, okay, she's cute. but like, what's next?
She calls it window shopping because it hurts less than admitting she simply didn't close the sale. A like is a preliminary interest check, and if the conversation dies immediately, it's because her personality failed the inspection. Men aren't cluttering her inbox. They're just silently ghosting a bad investment.
No sister in his life, no aunties in his life. I need an orphan is what I need. And I need him to have no female friends. So I need an antisocial orphan with no baby mama either. So I need an antisocial orphan with no kids, okay? Don't even come hit my line if you're not one of those things. All of those things, actually.
Demanding a man with no family isn't a dating preference, it's a wish list for a hostage situation. She explicitly requests an antisocial orphan because she knows any man with a healthy female support system would have a mother or sister urging him to run. This isn't about love, it's about eliminating any witnesses to the control she plans to exert.
One thing I will never stop calling guys out for is when they play those stupid games over text. Oh my gosh, like, are you ill? Let me give you an example. So I was talking to this guy once, this was like a while ago, and he would not leave me alone, like over DMs. Like, he just wanted to take me out so bad, and I had just gotten out of a relationship, so I was like, I'm not even opening it. I didn't even follow him, but we had a lot of mutual friends, and like I was like, hey, fine, fuck it, I'll follow him back after a little while once I felt like I had healed enough. Anyway, so right away he starts DMing me again. So we start talking. I'm very not responsive, but only because like I'm just not interested. Like, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm just got out of something. He's like so adamant on like taking me out. This guy was like double, triple texting me, whatever. He's super nice and very attractive and all the things, but I was just not in the headspace. The whole time we're talking, he's responding so quick, like no games, like right when I would text him, he would text me back, you know, proper normal shit. Then months later, I finally agree to go on a date with him. And so we go, and it's so much fun. We have such a great time. Like, surprisingly, like, we got along very well. There was a lot of attraction there, whatever.
She admits to ignoring this man for months, treating his genuine interest like background noise while he jumped through hoops to get her attention. She was perfectly fine with the dynamic when she held all the power and he was the desperate suitor. But the moment she actually agrees to the date, she expects him to maintain that same frantic, fan behavior energy forever. She doesn't want a partner. She wants a permanent admirer.
So after that day, I go home. Tell me why this guy just starts playing games over the phone. Starts taking like hours between each text. Mind you, I'm responding quick. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, the max I would take was like maybe an hour because I'm busy, but like otherwise I'm responding quick because I'm on my phone. This guy's taking 4 hours. Then he starts pushing it up to like 6-7 hours. I'm like, hey, ain't nobody busy like that. There comes a point where he takes 24 hours to respond to me. I don't fuck with games. I'm like, okay, like, I know how you text when you're normal. So if you're taking 6 to 12 to 24 hours long, I know you're playing games. I know you're doing dumb shit right now. So I don't respond to his text.
Ain't nobody busy like that is the war cry of the person with the least going on in their life. She claims she responds quick because she doesn't give a fuck, but she's tracking his response times down to the hour like a forensic accountant. The reality is, now that the date is over, the chase is done, and he's relaxed into a normal rhythm. She interprets a normal life pace as a personal attack because she requires constant digital validation to feel secure.
So later that night, he ends up double texting me and he's like, well, maybe I should ask, like, do you want to see each other again? And I was like, yeah, I'm down, let's go. Oh, I forgot to mention, after he asks me to go out and I agree, I end up calling him out. I'm like, hey, like, I don't like these texting games. Like, text in a proper manner, in a timely manner. Like, I know ain't nobody busy for 12 plus hours. Like, respond to me properly or I'm not gonna wanna talk to you. And he started acting normal. Then he starts acting up again and we start talking again. Bro starts taking long with messaging again. I'm like psychosis. So slowly he starts increasing the increments of how long it takes for him to respond. Within a day or two, he's taking another 24 hours to respond to me. So again, he texts me after 24 hours. I ignore him because I'm like, I am not continuing a conversation from 24 hours ago. So he texts me 24 hours later. I don't respond to this. Then 24 hours after that, he texts me and he's like, okay, obviously you're taking way too long to respond to text. I can tell with these 24-hour delays that you're not interested in talking. So let's just forget about that date. I get so pissed off. I'm like, my guy, you are the one that was taking 24 plus hours to respond to me. I literally told him, I'm like, if you play that fucking stupid game again, I'm not talking to you.
This isn't dating. This is behavioral conditioning for a dog. She calls him out and lectures him on proper manner like a strict school teacher. She ignores him to teach him a lesson, then gets furious when he reasonably assumes her silence means she isn't interested. She creates the very drama she claims to hate, turning a simple text exchange into a high-stakes power struggle.
Be normal, don't play games with me. Anyways, weeks go by, he actually starts acting normal, and then we're back to like texting like right away with each other. We get on FaceTime one time, and I'm like, okay, like, I need you to explain, like, why the fuck did you go from texting super quick when you were pursuing me to we go on this date and suddenly you're playing all these games with me? And he tries to be like, oh, what games? Like, I wasn't playing any games. I'm like, bro, cut the shit. Like, I know you were playing games. Like, stop lying. And he's like, okay, well, to be honest, like, it's because I've been called out by so many girls for texting quick. And they all say that you get the ick. Girls get the ick if guys respond too quick. I'm like, yes, because you're dealing with mentally ill girls. Like, they're ill. And this is where I get so fucking pissed off dating as somebody who has a secure attachment and is healthy, because all these guys start playing these games that mentally ill girls respond well to. But those games don't work on people like me. So if you want a healthy relationship, you actually can't play unhealthy games. It's one of those play stupid games, win stupid prizes type shit. You play stupid games with me, you are getting ignored. So I had to call this motherfucker out 2 fucking times when we were in our early stages of talking for him to start acting normal. And lo and behold, they start acting normal once you tell them, hey, I actually don't like this shit. Because nobody wants to wait 12 hours to talk to each other. Like, come on, we're not in high school.
She claims to have a secure attachment style immediately after describing a chaotic saga of silent treatments, lectures, and aggression. Secure people don't need to call motherfuckers out multiple times in the early stages of talking. She bullied him into submission and calls it a victory for mental health. She says, we're not in high school, but she's the one treating a relationship like a detention hall.
Commenting on my video about black men not approaching women anymore, they starting to get on my nerves. Like, I get it. Half of y'all don't like women. Don't know what that's about, but no, I ain't gonna go into that. Another percent is just going off of trends of social media. Another percent believe that they're the prize. And then there's a small percentage of black men that are like, we're just happy to be here. We're going to take the chance because we love black women. They're actually like giving advice to people, not coming with negativity and saying, y'all women this, y'all women that. So women, if y'all want to add to this conversation, please do. All those men with all that negative energy, please move to the back immediately.
Dismissing legitimate male frustration as not liking women is the ultimate deflection tactic. She mocks men for believing they are the prize, yet gets furious when they refuse to treat her like one. And the happy-to-be-here men she praises function less like partners and more like lucky contest winners grateful for a participation trophy. Telling dissenting voices to move to the back proves she doesn't want a dialogue about dating dynamics. She wants a silent audience that applauds on cue.
Here's what I think about when it comes to men approaching women. Why don't you do it more often? Honestly, I'm getting sick of everyone being like, well, women have just shoved us out so hard, or they don't want to be approached anymore. I'm like, okay, listen. First of all, you can tell a vibe if it's there or not immediately, right? A guy came up to my friend and I at Boondocks and he was like, are you guys from here? And we're like, yeah, or we're not from here, but like, we live here now. And whenever you go to Boondocks in Scottsdale, you know they're gonna be surrounded by bachelor parties, okay? So like, just keep your eyes open, keep everything peeled. Like, you're gonna probably be around some guys that are trying to like, look to just be there, hit it and quit it, which is, you know, I mean, good for you. He came in and he was like asking us where they should go. And we're like, you don't have anything planned? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, that just seems like wrong. And it seems like an excuse for you to come up to us. But like, we weren't mean to him. We were just like talking to him. Like, it was a conversation. I think like, if you just go up to a woman and have a conversation, why not just try it? I don't get it. The Falcos in Scottsdale. I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm a confident, outgoing person. I really do have no problem going up to someone, but like, I want to see if a man has confidence and comes up to me, because that's what I ultimately find sexy. You know, like, if you have confidence and you have a good personality and you come up to me and you have no problem doing it and having a conversation, like, I'm into it. I think that's really sweet. Obviously, it depends how the conversation goes. If I can read that you're just kind of like a weirdo after that, like, then I'm going to be like, okay, swerve, right? But if you can hold a conversation, then most likely I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, how you doing? I don't plan to meet the love of my life at a bar, but you never know. It's just getting to a point where I'm like, wow, men and women really are not speaking at bars anymore. It's everything I wanted and more. You would have thought I haven't eaten in days. What the fuck?
Notice the immediate contradiction. She begs men to approach, then critiques the one guy who actually did. He used a standard icebreaker to start a conversation, and she judged him for having nothing planned. as if he needed a stamped itinerary just to say hello. She claims she wants confidence, but she meets a genuine attempt with skepticism and judgment. Men aren't avoiding bars. They're avoiding the exhaustion of trying to impress a woman who treats a simple pickup line like a failed job interview.
I am fully convinced that majority of bisexual women, myself included, would much rather be dating women over men, but we just for the life of us cannot make it out of those freaking DMs. Women will ghost you like no other. A man could never ghost you in the ways in which a woman can. I can't even count how many times I've been genuinely interested in pursuing a girl, and things seem like they're going great. We're talking, we're texting, all that, and then they just ghost you on a random Wednesday, and we didn't even get to hang out. They just vanish. Poof, never to be heard from again. Genuinely, I don't know how women are getting into relationships with other women, because I can't even find one who wants to hang out with me. I can't. It's like, hey girl, oh my god, you're so gorgeous. Oh my god, you too. We should make plans sometime. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. How are you guys finding relationships and love?
Welcome to the reality of passive dating. You claim men are the problem, yet the moment you remove them from the equation, the entire system collapses into an infinite loop of empty compliments. You aren't getting ghosted. You're just realizing that without masculine assertiveness, nobody actually takes the lead. You want the results of a pursuit without the aggressive energy required to make it happen. Two passengers sitting in a parked car will never get to the destination.
Okay, but where are we meeting really, really, really high quality men? Because they're not on the dating apps, that's for sure. I feel like I've met guys that are really, really great and wonderful, but really hardworking in their jobs that wouldn't be on a dating app, just out at a bar or out at a run club or something like that. But where are we meeting them? These are just situations I happen to be in, but it hasn't happened again. Where are we meeting these men?
Guys, I'm sitting here debating if I should download Hinge or not. Because on one hand, right, I can't really meet anyone in real life. I have the same classes with the same 50 people. So there's no one there. But on the other hand, I also want a little cute organic meeting, oh my god, we met in a bookstore, or oh my god, we met in a cafe. Isn't that so cute? But the problem is there's nobody out there. And I asked my friend who has Hinge, and she says there's nobody on Hinge either. So and also I'm ready for a relationship. I healed, I'm ready. Your girl's down, okay? Your girl is down for a relationship. But nobody's down. I don't know. I'm also scared of getting catfished and creeps and weirdos. I don't need that in my life. So, I don't know. If you have Hinge, please let me know your experience.
The organic bookstore meeting is the favorite delusion of women who walk through public spaces with do not disturb body language. She claims to be healed, yet she remains paralyzed by the mere possibility of an awkward interaction. Waiting for a cinematic moment to spontaneously erupt isn't having high standards. It is using a fantasy to hide from the necessary risks of the real world.
So I always have so many people ask me, where are the good men? Where can I find them? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put you onto this right now. Are you ready? They're on Zooming with their families for 3 hours on Sunday. They're on a couch somewhere with their mother right now. They're in the corner of the bar, just talking to their friends and keeping to themselves and not really taking up a lot of space. They're at game night and trivia night. They are playing with their nieces and their nephews at a park somewhere, or maybe even at Disneyland, being the fun uncle. Are they on dating apps? Yes, they have a dating app profile. However, it's probably incomplete. And their photos are probably kind of old, and they didn't fill it out very well. Because they don't check it that often. You are not seeing them because they're not taking up a lot of space. I hope this is helpful.
Describing good men as invisible wallflowers with terrible dating profiles is just a polite way of telling women to hunt for the guys they usually filter out. These men aren't hiding. They're being ignored because passivity and low effort don't trigger genuine attraction. It's easy to praise the guy sitting quietly in the corner, but it's the man commanding the room who actually gets the date.
So I'm fully convinced that chivalry is in fact dead. You can't convince me otherwise. Where are the guys that are opening up your doors? Where are the guys texting you first? Where are the guys putting in the effort? Where are the guys that are asking you out on dates before they're asking to come over and hang out? Where's the effort? Honestly, what happened to dating? Like, I don't get it.
Chivalry was suffocated by a culture that labels traditional manners as benevolent sexism right until the bill arrives. Men shifted to low-effort hanging out because the price of admission for a formal date no longer matches the value of the company provided. Those traditional men still exist, but they reserve their energy for women who offer peace rather than a performance review.